Hi, this video is about changing oil in your hydrostatic transmission. And why should you change oil in the transmission? It's a good question. You know, the hydrostatic transmission, it basically is an oil pump and a motor. And if you change the flow and direction of the oil, you can get the mover to go forward or reverse in a selectable speed. If you pull a heavy load, or maybe if you have a snow plow or something like that, or you have a very hilly yard, that will put a lot of strain on this hydrostatic transmission, and it will create a lot of heat. Heat will break down the oil, so it will not lube the components in here as good as it should. And if the lubrication is bad, then you could have permanent damage inside the hydrostatic transmission. You will notice this if the hydrostatic transmission is very weak and slow, especially when it gets warm. Alright, so we have decided to change oil. Now, which oil do we use? My recommendation is to look in the manual of the lawnmower, and if it doesn't say there, because sometimes it will not, then you can check who has manufactured this hydrostatic transmission. In this case, it is Tuff Torq or Kawasaki Tuff Torq, and this transmission is called a K55. The most common one would be the K46. So if you try to find information on the K46, you will find a lot of damaged ones, but they have probably been abused and they haven't changed oil. So if you have a K46, it is very important that you do change your oil. Anyway, most hydrostatic transmissions in lawnmowers, they use engine oil as the oil in there. But there are exceptions, and you should really know what kind of oil to use. My recommendation is that you try to find a workshop manual for the mover that you're working on. And if you can download it online, very good. But if you have to buy it, yeah, do it if you are keeping the lawnmower for some time. Because if you use the wrong oil, you can actually ruin the transaxle or the hydrostatic transmission. Enough with the talking, it's time to do some work. First step is to get some heat in the oil. And I'll do this by just running this lawnmower around and make sure it has a little bit heat in it. And this way you will get more of the particles that's in there to flow around in the oil and leave the transaxle when you empty it. Now I have been driving for a while, so if I put my hand here, I can feel there is a little bit of heat in there. It's not really warm, but it's a little bit, it's not cold either. So this K55 transmission, you fill it and you check the oil level on this yellow plug there. And oil is removed by this plug down there. When you're underneath something like this, it can be good to use one of these, and because now I know this is loose and this is tighten, just so you don't like try to tighten it. I have to open the filling cap to get air in. Watch now when I open it. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna let this drain while I go and get some lunch. This has been dripping for a while, and I'm just gonna put this plug back and get some new oil in there.
The manual for this mower, it says 10W30 CDSF, but that's a very old and very low quality classification, so it's you won't find that anymore. So any 10W30 motor oil will work.
Make sure this area is clean so you don't get any dirt inside the hydrostatic transmission when you remove this plug here. According to the manual, there should be 2 liters or 2.2 liters, something like that, and this is 1 liter here. Uh-oh. I'm not close to 2 liters, but there's air inside the hydrostatic transmission. And I want to get the air out and the oil in. To get the oil in and the air out, we need to stop one of the wheels and then turn the other wheel, because now it's just the differential turning and not the pump and everything in there. Then it is much harder to turn the wheels manually now, so I will start the rider and see if I can get it to work in reverse, and if it does work both forward and reverse, I'll take it for a ride, and it should be faster and faster, and yeah, I think it should work then. Works both forward and reverse, so I'll take it for a ride and see if I can get the last air out. It will be very slow in the beginning, but as long as you can get it to drive forward or reverse, just keep driving until you get all the air out. In the beginning it was very slow forward and barely moved in the reverse, but I think it works quite good. I just need to check the oil level. The oil level is still quite high, but I think there's some air in there, so I'll drive it some more, let it cool down, and check the oil level again.
Bra nivå.